Welcome back to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast, where football meets conviction. I am Jake Alagna, here with my co-host Jesse Shalalo as he fixes his hair. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when all of our videos drop. Comment faith down in the comment section once you are subscribed so we can show you some love. Also, before we start, as always, Jesus loves you. How are you doing, Jesse, on this wonderful day?
I'm good, man. Pennsylvania weather is bipolar and it's been hot. Now it's raining outside. So it's been a very eventful May. But other than that, I mean, we're getting very close to summertime. Very excited about that. Get to be outside doing um, just getting to go on vacations, hang out with friends, family, all that stuff. So I'm excited about that while still working. And football wise, I mean, fairly amount of stuff has happened. I'd say more for me than for um more for my team than other like teams in the leagues. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about sports. I'm excited to get into what we got going on. Got a couple games now I'm excited to throw out there because it's again one of those episodes where there's not really much to talk about. So, and if you're still watching us, thank you. We appreciate you. It is the off season after all, but I'm excited to talk sports. So let's get into it.
All right. The first thing we're going to get into
The obvious.
is A-Rod is back in Pittsburgh for his farewell season, his final year, he said. So, 1 year, $25 million contract. $1 million contract. How do you feel about it? Because I feel like I know your answer, but
You know the funny thing is because he's a Ravens fan, he's so happy for the fact that it's A-Rod that's on my team
I
because
am.
he's like, we get to sack this dude again all year. Two
This year's
and
gonna be
zero on you.
different.
2-0 on you. 2-0
It's
on you.
gonna
So let's
be
move.
different.
Let's just get that. Let's get that clear.
You see
But yeah,
whose defense you played against
2
last
and
year?
0. 2-0. 2-0. I don't want to hear it. Let's move on. The only thing I have to say is that he said this is it. I think the only team that made sense for A-Rod to come back to if he wanted to play football again was us. So it was only a matter of time before this contract was officially done. I'm more frustrated because I see I'm gonna get called out in the comments for being such a Howard Glazer, but I don't care. I think this man will be a competent QB in the league if we all just give him a chance to actually prove himself on the field. Nothing against A-Rod. He's been here doing this for 22 seasons. He's a 4-time MVP, future Hall of Famer. Like he deserves all the credit that he gets. But it's for
Do you want
somebody going after, and I think this is just the QB issue for me. And I'll get to another point I want to
to
make.
give
But what I
PTSD?
my first comment is that we've just had old quarterbacks since Big Ben is retired to the point, or not all old quarterbacks, but like we've had a young QB that was not very good, and then we had the Justin Fields and Wilson debacle, and then we had A-Rod's first season, which wasn't bad all things considered. It just looked bad because of how it ended, but
It was mid.
realistically, it wasn't horrible. But anyway,
It was like a mid season.
um, but we're going into this season. He has by far, I think, a better team than last year, which is why I wanted to say like the QB situation is really moving everybody from the fact that the Steelers I think they had a really good offseason. I think they checked all of the boxes that they needed to check off. Their defense got better. They got weapons in the running backs and the receivers. Their O line got better, and I'm not going to talk about the coaching yet, but I think McCarthy definitely will bring a new style to the Steelers that has been needed. And I think this is going to be a very different team than what we had last year. I think this is where I'm not going to say A-Rod's going to statistically like wow us this year, but I think he'll be competent. I think he'll be a quarterback that will get us the wins that we need to. And I am sad that it'll be his last year. Basically now after A-Rod retires, all the 2010 quarterbacks have all officially been retired. which is very sad to think about that that's really now the end of that era, the 2010s era
Well,
of quarterbacks.
Russell
Um,
Wilson's still there.
yeah, brother,
He started in like 2012.
starting this year.
Oh, you mean like current starters?
Yes,
Well,
I
what
don't
team is he
count.
on still?
I don't
Is he
count
still on the Giants?
Jets. He's a Jet, or he will be a Jet
Russell
potentially.
Wilson?
Potentially he might be a Jet, but I don't know yet.
Oh,
But yeah, like I said, it's an end of an era. I am excited to see what this year will look like for Rodgers and what this is going to mean for him, what this season will mean for him. But yeah, I'm just sad because we're not going to see Will Howard and his potential. And now, really, honestly, if I think about it, it makes the Drew Allard pick now really, really dumb because now it's him, Rudolph, Mace, him, Rudolph, Howard, and Allard. Allard's not going to see the field this year. He might not see the field next year. I'm like there was talks about McCarthy was saying he literally had to relearn everything that he learned at Penn State. So that already tells me that he's not NFL ready. Period. He has the arm, he has all the intent, like all the like traits that we can see, but there's intangibles that he still has to learn. So I as a Steelers fan am not expecting Drew Aller to be stepping on the field unless crazier things happen that Rodgers, Will Howard, and Rudolph are all injured or something. Um, but yeah, I'm not frustrated about it. I think it makes sense, but yeah, um, it's gonna be sad seeing that man retire. It's really hitting like him, Brady, Breeze, Roethlisberger, Rivers. All those guys are now gonna be like retired and
Manning.
like Manning, like and
Well,
all gonna be
Manning was more
gone.
of a 2000s, but
Yeah, so it's just like, and that was my era of football watching. So like the fact that we're not going to see those guys play football anymore is like really is the
Philip
end of an era.
Rivers.
But at the end of the day, he's 42. Like it was going to happen eventually. He's put. I'm expecting him to give it his all. If we get to the playoffs, great. If we don't, there's only so much you can do with a quarterback like Rodgers at this state in his career. So
See, I knew you liked Rodgers
I never hated Rodgers.
on your team.
When have I ever hated
Last year,
Rodgers?
you weren't like necessarily happy about it for a lot of the year, from what I remember.
There were games that I was pissed off with him about, but then there were other games I was like, yeah, he played well. So I just want to see a young QB develop on our team, and I think we have the team that if we had a young QB there, he developed with time.
Well, I just think
That's all I'm
they
saying.
brought him back one because like this team the offseason they just had is more of an offseason where you're trying to win now or at least build a roster that can compete now. And you're not going to throw a quarterback that's never played an NFL football game on like into the starting role and expect him to take you to the postseason. Like if you put Will Howard in this
But
year,
we see the thing is we've seen QBs do it before. We've
I
seen it.
know. I'm not saying it's
We've seen it.
impossible. I'm
So then
just saying
why say
I'm
that?
because they obviously know more than we do. So they obviously if they're going to re-sign Aaron Rodgers, they see something that
So then
they like Will
why
Howard is not ready.
So then why put out the rumors that everybody from the coaches all the way up to Art Rooney said that Will Howard is ready to if Will Howard is gonna play, he's gonna play. Like it doesn't make sense to me because they were already wishy washy with it when they did that refuse to sign tender whatever the heck they did with Rodgers before he even signed, which was just like okay, they're just formalities, I guess, but like
I don't know
I don't
because like
know. I
why
don't know.
else?
I'm not
Why?
pissed off. I sound pissed off, and I'm not. It's just it makes
But
my
like
brain.
why else would you re-sign Aaron Rodgers? Like why would you re-sign him?
That's a mentor piece, I guess.
Then why?
That's
Then
the only reason I could
okay.
hear
Then
an argument for it.
why is he going to be the starter then? Like a mentor doesn't have to start.
Because he has years on Will Howard,
Well,
and that's
yeah.
so
So
dumb.
like,
And that's
I mean,
so
I think
dumb.
that's a part of it is like they want him to be with Will Howard and help develop Drew Aller for a year as well. But like I don't know. I just don't think why you would re-sign Aaron Rodgers if Will Howard is ready. That just doesn't make sense to me. You can
And
get another vet.
they shouldn't have said anything. Then they shouldn't have said anything.
They shouldn't have, but
They
like
shouldn't have said anything, but they did.
I understand. Well, I know, but like then you could just re-sign. I just don't understand where they're coming from with that. Because just sign a different vet.
I'm
Like
over it.
I don't know. It just that
I'm not over it as in like I think we're gonna have a bad year, but like I'm so over the Steelers QB problems. Like why
it's
we
the
have such a
hardest
good
position to
team.
find.
We have such a good team everywhere else. But
Exactly. The quarterback is the hardest position to get right.
it's every freaking offseason since he's retired. Other teams have figured it out. That are worse than us have figured it out.
Well,
The Bears, the Commanders, the Patriots have all figured it out. So
I don't know. I
it's
mean,
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
well,
But
that's because they had
I
top 5 draft picks.
I digress. I digress.
They drafted theirs like in the top 5. That's why. Like
And the
most
and
of
the
the
Niners
time if you have a top 5 drafted quarterback, he's most
and the
likely
Niners
going to be good. Huh?
and the Niners.
Well, that's an outlier. They got lucky with that one if we're being honest. Not lucky, but like lucky in the sense of like getting him at
You said
the
lucky.
last
You
pick of
said
the
lucky.
draft.
Just say it with your chest. He's lucky. Just say
Well,
it with your
I'm
chest, bro. It's all
explaining what
good.
I mean by lucky.
Okay.
Because lucky is like saying like, oh, like me maybe saying like Brock Purdy was not good in college. He was good in college, but he wasn't highly touted prospect.
Oh, see,
But
I just don't.
Jesse, I
I'm over it.
understand your
I'm over it.
frustration
I'm over
from the
it.
sense of like
I'm over
trying to
it.
get a quarterback and wanting to get that position right.
I'm over it.
But that's the hardest position to find.
No, even running back, we haven't ever figured out. Warren's not the answer.
You don't
Wide
need a
receiver's not figured out. DK Metcalf's not the future.
Jesse, you don't need a top 5 running back to have a good run game. The re
I digress.
Okay, example. My
I
team
digress.
didn't before Derrick Henry, they didn't have a top 5 running back since Lamar got there. They had Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Justice Hill,
Aiden
Mark
Mitchell.
Ingram at the end of his career, basically.
Hmm.
The only reason all those guys did so well is because of the run scheme, the offense they were running, and the offensive line. Like you don't need a top 5 running back.
I'm just over it.
Like Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren are more than capable running backs if your O line has improved enough to where your run game improves, like significantly.
I guess I'll just have to see and find out.
They see
I
something in
don't
those two
I don't
guys.
want to say the ceiling of the Steelers is the wild card, but that's just maybe the Steelers are just stuck in mediocrity. Maybe maybe we're just perpetually mid. That's my team. We're just
I
perpetually mid.
I'm not gonna say yes, but like
You would say yes. Off camera, you would
I
say
want
yes.
to.
So you need to shush.
I
Say it with your
mean,
chest. Say they're perpetually mid and move on. Just say it.
the recent history has shown they are mid, but I'm not gonna say like the future can't be better. Like
I'm
I don't
so
know. I don't know what Will Howard can be. I don't
You
know what
remember
Drew
when
Aller
I
can
you
turn
remember when I
into.
had remember when I had that crash out on that one podcast when I said
Mhm.
when I said Tomlin can go, Rodgers can go, Omar Khan can go too. Omar Khan's gonna get up there on my list.
Bro, you just
He's gonna
said
get up
they
there
had
on
a
my
good
list.
offseason.
No, not like that. Not like that. I mean, like everywhere else he does right, but in his past he doesn't get good quarterbacks. Quarterback's the only position he can never get right. That's
Well,
facts.
I mean, it's hard.
Post Ben Roethlisberger, he's not been good. Other teams have gotten serviceable quarterbacks that got them more than one playoff game since 2016. Facts.
Okay, well maybe
Facts.
like what?
Not
Like
fiction. Facts.
I mean, what? Like Jimmy Garoppolo or something?
What? What are you talking about?
You said serviceable quarterbacks on other teams.
Yeah, I say Jimmy Garoppolo on the 49ers team. I think there was a good team around him and a good scheme. So yeah, that you could count that if you wanted, but
Okay,
like,
that's the thing. That like those other teams probably had like talking about past the recent history of the Steelers.
our defense has been good all since Omar Khan's
I
been there.
know, but like
So
they're okay, Jesse, you're not gonna. This isn't like okay. Your defense is very good. Your defense ain't like the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens,
I'm not
where that can
disagreeing.
take you to a Super Bowl.
I'm not disagreeing at all. I've never said our defense is carrying us in games. Never said that.
But
Our team cohesively needs to work together.
I know,
And the
but those other
quarterback has
teams
to be
you're
the
talking
one
about
thing
have
that
had
help us.
better
I'm just let me let's
offensive systems.
we're spending 20 minutes talking about this. I'm over giving Aaron Rodgers any more time on the air. So I
Well, now you
digress.
sound like you don't like him.
No, it's just I'm done. I'm done having like I once I saw when I saw it happen, I knew a lot of people were gonna ask me about it, and I've been talking about Rodgers for the past 2 days. But when you texted me saying, "Hey, what do you feel about Rodgers?" I was like, "Well, I don't want to talk about it now." So I gave my 2 cents. It was a smart choice because he's a veteran. He got us to the playoffs before. It only makes sense. I just have to see what it looks like with the team that we have put together this year. But I just want to give some love to Will Howard because I know that man's been working behind the scenes, and I think he deserves a shot. That's it.
He's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers, like his play, because he picked up like his little like handoff and wrist
Yeah.
flick and
But I want him to go crazy. I want to see A Rod have fun this year and just have fun on the field. Like, don't take it all too seriously. Just go crazy. And if we
you know
go 9-8, we go 9-8. It is what it is. But like I got nothing else.
you know what I just said. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
How like Dylan Raiola like mimics like Mahomes and stuff.
Yeah, you mean
That's
that
what it
Mahomes
reminds me
Glazer?
of.
Whew.
You are gonna get people are gonna say you are Will Howard Glazer, but
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Man won a
I'm
national
a Lamar
championship. That's
Jackson
crazy.
Glazer,
That's
so
crazy. That's crazy, bro. Calling out glazing on a dude that won a national championship and then he's on a good team.
I'm
It's
a
crazy. It's crazy work.
people
But
are gonna
whatever.
come at you for that.
I don't care. It is
I'll
what it
say
is.
that.
It
Or
is what
people
it is.
will comment about what you just said more than the Will Howard glazing, probably
What?
about him winning a national championship.
That I
Because they're
said he won
gonna
a national championship and I'm glazing?
no, they're gonna say something about that more than the glazing.
I don't care. I truly don't care.
Just because like they'll be like, well, why do you go in the 6th round then? Why has he played yet? All that stuff. I'm just
God
saying, I've seen
forbid
it.
you don't get
I've
a
seen it
quarterback
before.
that jumps. Oh my god, bro. Brock Purdy was put in a situation that was just God given talent, bro. I like God bless him. Like it's hard. It's hard for a 6 rounder to go out there and play solid football.
I
It's
I'm
hard.
just saying.
Tom Brady only got his shot because Drew Bledsoe got injured. So like what are we talking about right now? Only reason Brock Purdy got his shot because all the quarterbacks were injured. So what are we talking about?
Maybe we
Like
get maybe we get that situation.
it's so many things. I am praying no injury on no Steeler this
Not
season. In the
not
name of
saying I
Jesus, ain't
want
no one going to get injured.
Aaron Rodgers get injured, but
Please. But all I'm saying
you
is
get
that
Will Howard then.
all I'm saying is that if Aaron Rodgers did not resign, it would have been Will Howard to the moon. It would have been his team. But he
Well,
resigned, so
yeah.
it's Aaron Rodgers' team. And that's okay. I have to
I
live
don't
with
know.
that.
I feel like they're scared. I think Kenny Pickett gave them PTSD.
I would assume they gave PTSD because I
Because
mean,
like I think they're
look
just
what.
scared to like give the offense to a young quarterback.
But also, all things considered, I mean, no, I'm gonna stop before I say something I will regret. Let's move on. I digress.
Anyway, I just
I
saw
digress.
something that I'm just gonna throw in there that
Go right
I
ahead.
didn't know this was a thing. I just
Talk to
saw
me.
it. Apparently the Jaguars are potential suitors for AJ Brown.
Yes,
I did see something about Brian Thomas Jr. being included in that, but I didn't know if it was serious or
that
if
was
I just saw something random
that
with that.
was.
But
They talked
I
about
just
it
saw
2 days
another thing.
ago. It just says that they've like the Jacksonville Jaguars have like just recently have been like suitors for a potential AJ Brown trade. Now, I think
I'd love that more than the Patriots.
I think for them it would make total. I think it would make total sense for AJ because I mean I don't know actually because I think there's some in some world it would be him, Parker Washington, and Dami Brown if Brian Thomas Jr. is gone.
Well,
So it's him, Parker Washington, and Dami Brown. I think that would be the three, unless I'm wrong, because
or
Travis
Travis
Hunter.
Hunter.
I mean, but they've been talking about he playing fully as a corner. So like I don't know
Well,
where
I
that's
saw.
gonna
I mean, they
coincide.
said that, or somebody said that, and then um, I think it was someone doing an interview on the Jaguars said like, will he be a full-time corner? And he was like, he's gonna play both. Like he's
Hmm.
gonna play both. It's just a matter of the
I guess
like
just the Drake May. I not Drake May. The AJ
the
Brown.
divvying up of
Yes,
which.
that's. It's just gonna get. I feel like that's my other. That's the other issue. He's just getting to the same problem he had with the Eagles. More mouths to feed, which I feel like
Well,
that's.
I mean, they get AJ
I
Brown
agree. I agree. But the
and get
Patriots
rid
only
of
make more.
BTJ.
The only reason it makes more sense to me is because the Patriots, all the only best weapon on the Patriots would be AJ Brown on that team. So like, if anyone's gonna get that ball, like a deep ball, it's gonna be AJ Brown 9 times out of 10.
Hey, don't
Nothing
disrespect
against
Booty.
Douglas, nothing against Keyshawn Booty, nothing against any of those guys. They've all played exceptionally well. They went to the freaking Super Bowl. None, I'm not gonna put them down like that at all. But he would be wide receiver one on the Patriots. That's period. Like it's not even a
He'd be
conversation.
wide receiver one on the Jags.
I don't disagree, but I think wide receiver on the one of the Patriots is more than on the Jags because the Jags there's better wide receiver twos than on the Patriots. That's facts.
I do think Parker Washington is really good.
Exactly. So, but if he does go to the Jags, I mean, then the Jags AFC South contenders. I mean, you could make an argument for it,
I
especially
mean, they won it
because
last year.
of I mean, but the Texans defense is still there.
Wait,
CJ
didn't they?
Stroud
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is still there. The Colts, I mean, if Daniel Jones is good to go, they're still going to be there, even though they don't have a good wide receivers right now. But I mean, we'll see what happens this year. And I mean, the Titans with Cardinal Tate and Cam Ward could cook, so like it's really still up for grabs. But if AJ Brown's a Jag, I mean, they'll probably be the number one team in that division for sure. So, I mean, take that as you will. But I'm excited if this is really true to the moon. But I still think he's gonna be a Patriot because I think that's the place where he would want to go be produced and go be a number one, like a true number one. Not saying he wouldn't be on the Jags, but he'd be a true number one with the Patriots.
I feel like anywhere he goes, he would be the number one. I don't
But
care.
more
I don't care what
production,
receiver two they have.
production. You're
I
gonna
know.
get
I'm
wide
just
receiver one
saying
production.
he might have
But
more
yes, no matter
yards,
what team
but
he's on, he will be wide receiver one. But I'm talking production. He would do it more on the Patriots than the Jags.
yard wise, maybe. I don't know
And
about
touchdowns
volume.
too. And touchdowns too.
I know, but I'm talking about like pure volume. I think it would be pretty similar.
I don't think so, but that's your opinion. If you want to stand on that.
Because, dude, I understand Parker Washington's very good, and he's probably better than Kayshon Boutte or
Hands
Pop
down.
Douglas.
Hands down.
But you get a caliber of wide receiver like A.J. Brown. I don't care who your wide receiver 2 is.
But if you know that Parker Washington is good, and you know that he's possibly better than the Patriots wide receiver 2 and 3s that we just mentioned, you don't think that if they get the ball more than AJ Brown's not going to have an issue, and it'll just be Eagles 2.0 all
Well,
over again?
that's with any situation he'd go
But with the
into.
Patriots, it wouldn't make sense because he'd be the only one with the production. That's what you're not getting,
That's not true.
brother.
So they're only going to throw it to A.J. Brown.
Most likely, because it's the Patriots, they would do it.
Bro, they went to the Super Bowl last year without doing it.
Yeah, and
Without
they
A.J.
win with
Brown.
him. And they win with him. They had Diggs. It was just an older version of him. It's just older.
An older version of A.J. Brown.
Oh my god! Now you're
Well,
gonna
don't say
sound.
something crazy like that if you don't want me to react. You didn't expect me to react like
Your
that?
reaction is hilarious, bro. Your reaction is hilarious. Look, they had a caliber receiver 1 in Diggs. Is all I'm saying. But he'd be a better receiver in AJ Brown. He
Wait, what?
would be. They had a caliber 1 receiver last year in Diggs. They did. He produced well. I think if they get AJ Brown on that team, he would be more production from him.
Well, yeah, because he's a better receiver.
Okay, so then what are you so worked up about?
I'm saying either team he'd go to, he would have
You
this
have okay.
similar production
You want to stand on your opinions today. That's cool. That's cool.
because he's
That's
A.J.
fine.
Brown. What?
Oh my god. Oh, because now you're spinning it like I'm saying he's not a top 10 receiver, which is
No, I'm
not what I'm
not.
trying to. Yes, you are.
I did
Yes, you
not.
are. Yes, you are because you're like he's AJ Brown. That's why I'm like, I know he's AJ Brown. I know what he can do
I
when he
didn't.
gets the
I was
production.
not doing that.
He will do more on the Patriots. That's all I'm saying. We would see a bump in production on the Patriots. You and I know that to be facts.
Well, I mean, I think he would on the Jags too.
Ay, caramba. Okay.
Especially if Travis Hunter is not playing as much on offense.
I digress.
Okay, if Travis Hunter isn't playing as much on offense, you don't think that would go into A.J. Brown?
We saw what he did. I'm not even so sure about Travis Hunter at wide receiver right now.
Well, he's gonna play there. It's just not as much.
But what he had what, one good catch last year that we talked about, like realistically.
Well, I mean, he got hurt.
I don't disagree, but I'm just saying he had like one good catch before the injury. So like
I
there's
mean,
so much to be
he
taken
had a lot
aback
of
by
good
that. And
plays.
then when he wasn't out, BTJ wasn't doing well. Parker Washington shot up production.
Well,
So
I'm just
it's
saying.
it's
Hey, you
just.
ship off BTJ to the Eagles.
And what
There's
if they
more
don't ship out
production for
BTJ?
AJ.
And what
Huh?
if they don't ship out BTJ? Then what do you do?
They will. They're not going to
But
keep him.
let's say they don't. What do you do?
Well, then you're probably screwed there. Because if that happens, you're probably going to have another Eagles AJ Brown. But
I digress. Let's move on.
you digress. That's not what's going to happen if they get AJ Brown. That's not realistic.
They could trade Travis Hunter.
Okay, now you're just
That-
saying stuff.
Is that crazy?
Yes.
How is that crazy? Tell me how.
One,
Explain.
they traded a first round pick for him to move
Yeah,
up. And
I agree.
he was a rookie last year.
Mm-hmm.
You don't spend a second overall pick
But I also
on
think,
Travis Hunter to trade him after a year.
hold on.
It makes no sense.
It's not that crazy.
It is.
It's not that crazy because I think there's a world Howie gets that deal done. I think there's a world where Howie is like, he saw what BTJ did last year. He knows he's not going to be competent on his offense. He's saying, I can give you this, 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 and this. Give me Travis Hunter, and you can have AJ Brown. I think that's possible. Don't look at me like that's a
TJ's not
dumb argument.
competent. They
I
didn't
never said
throw him the ball.
I never said he wasn't competent.
You
What I
just
said
said
was
that.
hey, I said it wrong. I didn't mean that he was incompetent. What I was saying is that he didn't have good production last year. Sorry if that meant I was being not competent. I meant that he wasn't putting up production last year.
Well, you got to throw him the ball.
Not what he was his rookie year.
Yes, because they didn't throw him the ball.
He played most of his games last year.
They didn't throw him the ball.
And when they did, he didn't catch the ball.
Jesse, his volume went down.
Oh my God. Okay. Obviously I have to go check his stats because I'm sounding like a freaking idiot, apparently. So let me go.
He could have had, I don't remember all his catches I didn't watch all the games, but he could have had a lot of drops, but I don't think his volume was the same. But what was I gonna say?
Go ahead, keep talking because I'm speaking travesties right now.
Well, I mean, Travis Hunter is a little crazy.
Okay. Parker Washington at 847. Ryan Thomas Jr. had 707.
Look at you gotta look at targets.
He had 48.
You gotta look at targets and catches from this year, last year, and the year before.
I'm looking at it. Calm down, buddy. 48 of 91.
48 of 91?
Yes.
So he had 48 catches on 91 targets last year.
Yep. 87, 133.
Yeah, so he had 40 less targets, which is a lot. But
yeah, because Parker Washington, Jacoby Meyer had 110.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. They traded for him.
And Parker Washington had 95.
Yeah, so they would definitely trade BTJ. But the Travis Hunter thing, in my opinion, is a little crazy. Otherwise, they just wasted a first round pick for no reason. Or they traded a first round pick for no reason.
Okay.
If you were an NFL team and you did what the Jags did, and then you traded, or you were another team in the NFL and you saw the Jaguars do that, you wouldn't think that was insane?
Obviously, they saw something that we can't see as fans. So
you trade him versus a disgruntled wide receiver that didn't like what his role was last year. And then you bring in AJ Brown.
Like I said, dude, all I said was that wouldn't be crazy, but if you're saying it's crazy, then
I'm asking a question.
It is what it is.
I want to know what your answer would be.
I don't think it's crazy, but if you think it's crazy, that's okay.
Just based on like the draft capital they gave up.
That's why I said it's not crazy to me, because they just feel like that wasn't what they wanted, or they didn't get the production that they expected.
Well,
but like I said, I wouldn't know what they
got hurt. Can you really say that?
Okay. I'm wrong. I apologize. They will trade.
Bro,
they will trade.
Really?
They
That's
will trade
what we're
him.
doing now.
They will trade.
We're pull a little like. Oh, I'm attacking you.
I have nothing more to say, and you already said enough. So.
Oh my goodness!
I digress.
I'm asking you you won't answer my questions.
I did answer your question, bro. Okay. I said it wouldn't be crazy if they did, but obviously because of what I sound is crazy, I digress.
Well, we can't go back and forth now?
I'm not saying we can't. I'm not saying we can't go back and forth.
All right, I guess. Okay, let's move on then. Guess we got to move on. Guess it's wrong.
Oh my god.
I don't now you're making trouble here.
Now you're making it a thing when it wasn't a thing to begin with.
Right.
It
No, I'm
wasn't.
not
It,
making it
it
today.
wasn't at all. I didn't. I
I wasn't
I
making it
just
was a
when it
joke.
comes to AJ Brown, the AJ Brown debacle, I truly do not care anymore. So if he does go to the Jags, have fun, brother.
Well, I don't
Go
care where he
enjoy.
goes.
Go enjoy. Go enjoy Miami for a little bit. Go enjoy the sun.
I don't care where, like, which team he'd end up on. Like, that doesn't matter. I'm just talking about production
I know.
wise.
I know you don't. I know you don't. That's the thing. But we've been. It's yeah.
All
We've
right,
we've
let's
talked
go
enough.
into our
Let's
next thing,
digress.
which
Let's digress.
is we're gonna do something called I called it these NFL jersey swaps felt illegal. And I'm gonna
Okay.
give you some names. I'm gonna give you 6 names specifically. And
Specifically.
you're gonna rank which one felt the most illegal in the sense of just weirdness of seeing them in another jersey. So, and you're not going to know who's next. So it's a blind
Great.
type thing.
We love a
So
blind
the
ranking.
first name we're going to go with is Andre Johnson on the Colts / Titans, since he played for both of those teams after the Texans.
So you're asking me to rank how illegal they feel? Is that what this is about?
You didn't listen to me?
I did, but I also kind of didn't.
Clearly. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's just start. I'm just kidding. Relax. All right. Let's start this
This
over.
is this is such a weird episode. Oh my
Just
god.
relax. We got it.
Oh my god. This is such a weird episode. All right, I'm locking in. I'll lock in.
Weird.
I'll
It's
lock in.
called banter.
I'll
Anyway,
lock in. I'll lock in, brother.
we're going to do something called these NFL jersey swaps felt illegal. I'm going to give you 6 names of guys that changed teams, but it felt really weird to us as fans to see them in those jerseys. So you're going to rank them blindly, 1 to 6, 1 being the weirdest, 6 being the least weird. And you're not going to know who's next. So the first name we got is Andre Johnson when he went from the Texans to the Colts and Titans.
I'll say
You could pick
5.
one, but played for both.
I'll say 5. Because I think this is the one where I feel least um interested in, but I feel like there's one that's gonna be worse than that. So I'll put him at 5.
At 5, okay. All right, Andre Johnson at 5. All right, next name we got is Jason Witten. Actually, let me change. I'm changing that.
Oh, audible.
We're gonna do
He's doing an audible guy.
J.J. Watt to the Cardinals. Another Texans, but
Honest to goodness, that wasn't that weird. It was just a different red.
that wasn't weird.
It wasn't that.
I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't
blue and
like
red.
scheme wise, because like really like Texans either wear like a dark color or red. The Cardinals wear red or white. So like it wasn't like it was like he went to like a green or like just a blue or
I
something. It
know,
was
but
just
it's just
so like that.
seeing them
I
in
could
a
I
different
could
jersey.
I could hear a conversation for this being 6, but because it's JJ Watt, I'll put him at 3. Because in retrospect, I think seeing him be on the Texans for so long and then being a Jag or being a Cardinals weird. So I'll put it at 3. But I don't think that's a crazier one. I think they'll be crazier.
All right, next one is LaDainian Tomlinson on the Jets.
That's a 1. That's weird.
Oh, okay.
That's number 1.
All right.
I think LT for all intents and purposes should just been a Charger for the rest of his life, whether it was San Diego or whatever. But that was weird.
All right, next one
He's gonna
is
put a Steeler one in here. I guarantee it. There's gonna be a Steeler one. I'm gonna hate.
no.
It'll be fine. Like
I'll
he's
tell
gonna
you
do
that
like
there's no
he's gonna do
Steelers.
A B to the Bucks. I'll be like 6.
No. Next one is Jerry Rice. Even though we didn't see him, but
I was gonna say like that's six territory because that's the same with Andre Johnson. Because like that's I
Jerry
wasn't I
Rice of
wasn't
the Seahawks
I just
or
wasn't alive to see him
Raiders,
play on the
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I know we didn't see him play, but
Like,
I mean,
but I
technically
guess
we did,
okay. Let's
but
okay. Let me get this out of my head.
not the
Think of
Niners,
the
Jerry.
dude. I see him in a Niners jersey. Then all of a sudden he's a Seahawk. I'll put him at 4. I haven't used 4
Or
yet. Correct?
no, you have not.
Okay, 4.
I feel like that's people's like that would be people's like
That would be
one
people's number
usually.
1. But that'd be like people from the 90s that watched him, and I didn't watch him. So sorry, guys.
Well, 80
This is
wasn't he? He was 80s, wasn't he?
no.
Or
I didn't play in the
90s, 80s,
90s.
90s.
Maybe. Oh, what?
No, he
I
was
did.
90s. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, next one we got is Ed Reed to the Texans. That to me, that's one.
Oh, I
So weird.
wonder why.
That was unnecessary.
It's the truth. I will put that one at.
Man.
I'll put it at 2. I'll put it at 2.
All right, Edward Reed.
But I think
I don't know if that's his name, but
was
we're
Ed
gonna
Reed
go
more
with it.
iconic on the Jets or the Ravens?
What?
Was Ed Reed more iconic on the Jets or the Ravens?
Is that a serious question?
Yes, I'm being dead serious.
The Ravens?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Why is this a serious question? I've heard people talk about him on the Jets. Don't do this to me, bro. I know how
He
iconic he was on the
played on
Ravens,
the
but I
Jets.
asked the question. I asked the question. I asked the question. I've heard people talk about how he was good on the Jets.
Okay.
I'm not saying he wasn't good on the Ravens. What I'm saying is that I just asked which one he was more iconic with. That's it.
No, okay. I mean,
Now I'm saying this more
I
for the
just
people
don't
in
know
the
what to
comments that
say.
are about to flame me because of the way you reacted.
I don't even know what to say.
Because you're a Ravens fan. Ed Reed's like your blood. That would be saying me Troy Polamalu, bro. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I
I'm not
get it.
gonna. That's gonna be a whole thing if I go into that.
Because I'm right. But okay, move on.
What?
I
About
digress.
what?
Hmm?
About what?
They're in the same tier. I'm not saying one's better than the
No,
other. They're in the
what?
same
I
tier.
don't know what you're talking about.
Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu in the same tier.
Oh
That's all I'm saying. I never said one was better than the other. They're both great safeties.
no, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm saying they're both great safeties. I'm not gonna pick one or the other because then it'll just be bias. Bias is involved. And I'm not gonna do that.
Well,
So we move on. But I'll put him at 2.
I was just saying that because like, or my reaction was just based off of like, I just don't know what to say to that. That's where I still don't know. Anyway, next one.
You know what? Everybody
What?
comment down below if Ed Reed was more iconic on the Jets or the Ravens. Just comment. Let us know. Because
Oh,
obviously I sound crazy.
I just want people to.
I sound crazy. But okay. Who's my last name? Because
You're not
I think I've
crazy, but that statement specifically, or that question, a little crazy. I'm
okay.
just gonna throw that
Fine.
out there.
I can live with that. Who's my 6th guy? Because I think I've used 1 through 5 at this point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
6 or the next guy is gonna be Matt Ryan to the Colts. Which I think that would it
What
fits
numbers
pretty
do I
well.
have left?
6.
So then you just put him at 6.
Well, I have to say the name.
just say you could have just done a recap and be like Jesse said that and number 6
I
is Matt
wanted to
Ryan.
see a reaction. You didn't give me anything. You gave me nothing.
No, does that Matt Ryan deserve to be at 6? No.
Probably.
No, I think
Out of all these guys, probably.
I probably could have switched to Ed Reed and probably would have been fine. No, I'm kidding. Now he's gonna get crazy. Um,
Fine. I'm fine.
no, 6 is Ryan, 5 is Andre Johnson, 4 is
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, 3 is JJ, 2 is Ed Reed, and 1 is Damian Thomas. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
I can live with that list. I'm okay with that. That is totally fine with me.
I want to know. I want people to comment. Like, can people please comment?
Please comment about
Please.
this. Please comment about this because obviously I sound crazy. But anyway,
You
it's my
should
turn.
know this. You're a Steelers fan.
About Ed Reed being more iconic on the Jets or the Ravens.
Yeah, you should know this.
I
You
know
should
he was
the
on
answer.
that. I know that he was good on the Ravens, but I know more people either talk about him on the Ravens or the Jets. So I just asked you, which is
Well,
more
he
iconic.
was better
That's
on.
not a crazy question.
Well, was he better on the Jets than the Texans?
So
No, I think he was better on the Texans because he went to the Texans after the Ravens.
who did he get drafted by?
The Ravens.
Okay, my bad. I digress. I thought he was drafted. I thought he was a Jets when he got drafted.
03,
That's crazy by me. I apologize.
It just shocked me to hear that just because you're a Steelers fan specifically.
Yeah,
that's why it shocked me. But you can go into your thing.
But you know what? You know what this also tells you guys? I'm not that. I try to be as authentic as possible as a football fan, and sometimes things get away from me, and that's okay.
I mean, that's happens
life.
to me too.
That's life.
I forget stuff that I probably should know, but
I already know people are gonna be like, "Man, why do y'all have a podcast if y'all don't know what y'all talking about?" I'm like, "Well,
we know ball."
When it comes to Ed Reed, there's things that like Ed Reed was like in the when was that? Was he 2000s or something when we played?
03 to
something like that. Like I know how good 15? That Ed Reed was on that defense at the time, but also y'all gotta understand that I was just barely getting into football as a kid at that point. So like there was a correlation where like I knew of those teams, but like I didn't really focus on those teams. Not until I got older, where I'm at now, where now I can actually appreciate those teams and things. So yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to.
I don't know.
Call myself out on this, but you know what it is. We're gonna move on. I have 2 games for Jake because I do, and I have them. So we're gonna rock with them, and it's gonna be fun. So the first game I got is Keep 3, Cut 5, QB edition. I have 8 QBs here, and Jake is going to keep 3 and cut 5. Simple enough. Now I tried to make these outside the top 4, so that would be Burrow, Lamar, Allen, and Mahomes are not on this list. So keep that in mind when you are making your Keep 3, Cut 5. Okay. So first name up, Bo Nix. Boquavion Nix. I'm kidding. Boquavion is crazy. Oh man.
Wasn't expecting you to say that.
Oh man. AFC Championship. Oh, okay. Cool. We're cutting Nix.
I love Bo Nix, but I'm comfortable doing that.
Okay, that's fine. Next QB up, CJ Stroud.
Ooh. See, that's a tough one because I don't know what CJ Stroud you're gonna get.
I'm hoping CJ Stroud or the last 2 years CJ Stroud.
I'm hoping for rookie, but do I want to take that chance? Oh.
Mind you, there's other QBs on this list. Some would say are better, and some would say are worse.
I'll cut him.
So take.
I don't like the sample size right now is leaning towards the bad. So
okay. So we have cut. You used 2 cuts already. So you got 3 more left. Next QB up, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor.
Trev, dare I say, some would say had his best year last year.
He did. That was
statistically wise, he probably had his best year last year. But Actually, I don't even see what is his stats last
Oh
year.
my gosh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he had four. He had 4,000. Wow. Ooh boy, he had 4,000. Wow. That's
I'm gonna keep
60%
him.
completion. Oh, first keep of the day, Trevor Lawrence. Alrighty.
I like Trevor.
Actually, I did not expect that from you.
I don't know. I'm
Did
just
not expect that
feeling.
from you.
I
I
just
like
like
it.
Trevor, and the year I just saw from him, and him with
Him.
specifically, whatever, it was specifically with him with Liam Cohen.
Yeah, no, they cooked.
I
They
think
cooked.
that's a great pairing, and I think that saved his career, and he's just gonna
Yeah.
keep getting better.
Next name up, Jordan Love.
Mm.
This is a diabolical list, y'all. I hope you know that. This is a diabolical list. We're not even
The
done yet.
thing is, like, it's not diabolical based on like these are just like all time greats. It's just that they're so close together
Mm-hmm.
that it's so hard to like decipher which ones you
Mm-hmm.
want.
But also let it be known, even if just because you're cutting them doesn't mean that they're all bad.
No, I'm just
You're just
saying,
not
like,
keeping them. Yeah, you're
just
not
with
keeping
this
them.
game.
That's okay.
So you
But you
said
gotta give me a
Jordan
decision.
Love.
Jordan Love,
Uh,
who this past
Jordan
season
Love, Jordan Love.
had 3,381 yards on 66% completion.
I have other quarterbacks in my head, but I don't know if you're gonna say them that I
Remember,
want
no
to keep.
Mahomes, no Allen, no Lamar, no Burrow.
There's one specifically that I would take,
Okay.
but I don't know if you're gonna say him, and I don't want to use all my keeps if you end up saying him.
And
Jordan Love.
you can cut
Crap.
him. It would not be crazy if you cut him.
Oh my gosh. Cut. I don't know. That's
Okay.
probably a bad idea.
He's cutting Jordan Love. Next QB up, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Keep.
The 49ers Slayer himself. He's keeping Brock Purdy. Yeah,
So
shout
I
out
got
Brock.
Trevor and Brock Purdy.
Not a bad QB tandem.
Oh, it's
Honestly,
not.
you got a quarterback that's on the up and up, and you got a QB that's been to the Super Bowl. Can't be mad about that. Next QB up, Justin Herbert. See what I mean, y'all? Diabolical. I kind of cooked with this one. Got him
Okay.
shaking his boots over there.
How many cuts do I have left? One?
You have used 3, so you have 2 more. You have 2 more, and then you have 1 more keep.
Okay. One
2 more
keep and
cuts,
2
1 more keep.
cuts. Well, okay, hear me out.
Okay.
Everybody.
Oh no.
I'm cutting Herbert.
Ah. I don't think
And
that's crazy. I personally would cut Herbert if I had him on this list.
people would think I'm crazy, but I would cut him too. Like,
We've seen what this man has done. Now, obviously,
he's very
through playoffs,
talented, but
very talented. Very no. If we're talking talent, he's probably,
he's got everything you want in a quarterback.
but he just can't get it done in the playoffs, and we need to see that. And the 2 guys that we've talked about, one of them actually beat Herbert, had a comeback in the playoffs
But it's like
against him.
it's not even
So
like he's shown flashes of being good in the
true,
postseason. Like he hasn't
very
even
true.
done that.
I would say that game against Trevor Lawrence, he looked pretty dang good in the first half. Second half, he wasn't that good. But the first half, he
I'll
wasn't bad.
give him the first half.
I'll give him that first half of that game.
Overall,
yes, it's a bad record. No, I don't
like
agree. All right.
you give me a half of football. Cool.
All right. One more name. We got 2 more names left.
So I got one each.
You have 1 more cut and you have 1 more keep.
Okay.
Next name, Caleb Williams. Iceman himself.
See, now I'm in a predicament. Because if you say the guy I've been wanting you to say, and I can't keep him, I'm going to be a little upset. But I'm going to keep Caleb.
All right. He's keeping Caleb Williams.
I swear, if you say the name I've been wanting you to say right now.
All right. So, recap. Keep 3, cut 5 QB edition. Jake has decided to keep Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams. He cut Bo Nix, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert, and Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts.
Oh, that's a tough look for me.
Cooked ya. Cooked ya. Oh man.
That's
I'm
just
not gonna
unfortunate.
That's just unfortunate. That's just the list. The list just cooked you. But I'm honest to goodness, the three
My
names
wife's
that you
gonna
kept,
kill me.
it's fine. Honestly, the three names that you kept could be worse. Could be far worse.
The only one I might switch
It might be Lawrence.
is Lawrence.
Yeah, because I think you like Caleb. You like Caleb and
But
Purdy.
I do like what I saw from Trevor a lot. So
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
comfortable enough with that to keep him right now.
Yeah, but hey,
I
good
just
job,
think
man.
he's gonna turn into something special. So
That was a hard list, and you killed that. So that's mad respect. Mad respect. All right,
that was
last game
tough.
I have is buy or sell NFL edition. So this is basically like if we're putting stock on these players or teams, if you're gonna buy in more stock or if you're gonna sell your stock. So first guy up, Sam Laporta off the Detroit Lions.
Am I buying or selling Sam Laporta? I'll buy him. I think he's very talented. I
Yeah.
just think he had a last year was his injury, right? His big injury. I think it
Let
was
me
his
check.
back.
I don't even know if he had any receiving yards this past
I
year.
think he had a back injury at some point, but
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
yeah, I mean, I think he's very athletic. He's very reliable.
Yeah, he only played 9 games.
He's
489.
he's one of the best tight ends in the NFL when he's healthy. And he's got his hands are insane. So I'm gonna buy him. I think he's just gonna keep getting better. He just had an unfortunate back injury last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think for Laporta, I think it's just hopefully the back injury has been healed so that he can play. And I think obviously with all the rearranging they've done last year, now that Montgomery's now gone, I think Laporta is bound to have a better year this year. I actually did have another question for you based on that, but I'll ask you after this. Next guy, Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed. Uh
Are we buying or selling Jaden Reed?
I'll buy him
Okay.
slightly just because they did get rid of
Dante Wicks.
Wicks. So that at least helps him with the volume. He's very, very talented wide receiver. It's just I don't know if we're gonna get the same Packers that we did last year, where it's like a committee and there's not really a number one, or if someone's gonna emerge like Christian Watson, or I saw something about Matthew Golden saying that he's gonna have a breakout year. So it's just I would say slightly just because of how talented he is, but slightly also because I don't know where he's gonna fall week to week.
I feel like this is where I would low key kind of sell some stock on Jaden Reed. Nothing against him. I think he's going to be a very solid player in the league. I think it's just that we've seen multiple times these past couple years with Jordan Love being the starting quarterback, they can't get anybody to be the guy in Green Bay. We thought it was Christian Watson for a little bit. Then it was Jaden Reed for a little. Then Romeo Dobbs had some games. Then Dontavian Wicks had some games. And I mean, like it was very much who's gonna be the guy. And so now that Wicks is gone, Dobbs is gone, and now um it's just now Watson, Matthew Golden, and Jaden Reed. Somebody has to emerge to be the one out of those three. And I think if it is anybody, it would be Reed. But just because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, I'd probably sell. But I think it's very close.
I think it'll end up being Golden, just because.
That also wouldn't surprise me either.
But that you saying about Dobbs just reminded me, if we could put this back in the previous conversation
Oh
about
Lord,
AJ Brown,
here we go again.
uh, Dobbs is on the Patriots.
What did I just talk about with the Patriots, with the Packers? He he had games, but he never made himself a one.
Huh? No, I'm saying that would be their wide receiver too in that situation.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
I'm saying that's like, so we were talking about their receivers and like the other
I know
receivers on the
we
team.
were talking. Yeah, I
We didn't
know.
say
I remember
Dobbs,
Romeo Dobbs. I know. Yeah, probably should have said Dobbs. Dobbs does
so
this on that team, but
just reminded me.
but I also, yeah, I just didn't want you. I thought you were saying that he's gonna be wide receiver one. I'm like, hold on.
If they don't get
Did I?
AJ, then yeah.
Yeah, if they don't get AJ. Next, we'll do a team this time. Are you buying or selling stock on the Atlanta Falcons?
Sell.
Okay,
Personally,
talk to me.
I
Talk to
don't.
me.
They have very talented players. I just don't like the quarterback situation.
Sounds like the
Like
Steelers.
I like Michael Penix a lot. It's just, can he stay healthy?
Mhm.
And then you got Tua. Well, is he gonna stay healthy? Is he gonna get another concussion? Is he gonna end his career? Is it like, can he ever be the old Tua?
Mhm.
Like, what is he gonna look like in this system after we've seen him in the McDaniel's Miami air raid type offense for the last however many years? Like, this is gonna be a completely different offense. Obviously, it's gonna be a timing offense because that's both of what Penix and Tua are good at. They're not
Mhm.
athletically
Gifted.
freakish quarterbacks where they're gonna get out of the pocket and like make off platform scramble throws, but I don't know. Their defense is solid. They have obviously a top 3 running back. They have very good weapons, but
Mhm.
like London and Pitts, and I just don't know. That scares me more than anything.
I
That would
agree.
scare me
I
with any
think,
team.
yeah, I agree. I think when you talk about the Falcons, I think the QB play is obviously the biggest thing. I think I'm not high on Penix, but I think Penix, all in all, had a very solid year last year as the quarterback for the Falcons. Yes, it ended in injury and they didn't really do well in winning games, but I think there were flashes last year that I could see him legitimately still be a competent QB. Now adding Tua into the mix kind of makes things a little difficult. I know they're probably going to be battling for QB1 in the summer, so we'll see who wins out of that battle. But also I'd say there's a lot of the James Pierce stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we haven't talked about. I mean, yeah, I think his legal stuff has been figured out and solidified, but there's still that has to be figured out. Also, I mean, the new coach, because now it's Stefanski running the team, that could be another issue because, like, we don't know how he's going to be post Browns. So there is a lot of uncertainty with the Falcons that I could see people selling on it. But if we're, I mean, talent, Drake London's still there, Pitts is still there, Bijan Robinson is still there. So you still got a lot of great people to throw the ball to. And I think not Darnell Mooney, but who's that wide receiver that just went to Atlanta?
They
Uh
drafted?
no, they got them from the Eagles. He was like their third receiver, but I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Uh
Dotson?
yes.
He went to the
Um
Falcons?
I believe he's a Falcon. I
I don't know.
believe he's a Falcon. I will double check for
I
sure,
know he
but I believe
left,
he's
but
a
I just
Falcon. But yeah, I think when you talk about a guy that, you talk about a team that has a lot of great players and a lot of uncertainties, you would want to sell on that for sure. And then lastly, we just talked about it earlier, but Caleb Williams,
oh, bye.
he buying
Bye.
all the stock
Bye,
you
bye,
can.
bye. Well, I just sold the Falcons, so at least I sold one thing.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
But yeah,
Go
but
ahead,
bye,
say your
Caleb.
point. Say your point.
Um, I just he has the talent. He has everything you'd want in a
Yeah.
quarterback
Mhm.
to build your team around. And I just think that I know he struggled a little bit in the beginning of last year. I think that's just because he was going into a brand new offense with Ben Johnson, and he was so accustomed of just doing whatever, and like going back to like college and playing like the street ball and like scrambling and running backwards and all this stuff. I know he did it some last year, but
Mhm.
Ben Johnson's offense is more of a timing offense and on schedule offense.
Mhm.
And they literally were talking about last summer that he was trying to teach that out of Caleb and to be more of a on schedule quarterback. And he was struggling with it at first because that's not what he was accustomed to doing his whole life. But as we saw throughout the whole season, he got better and better and better. And the Bears were one of the best teams in the NFC. So much that they almost beat the Rams in the divisional round and went to the NFC title game. Would they have beat the Seahawks? No. But like Caleb's just going to keep getting better and better and better as he develops under Ben Johnson. So I loved what I saw from him last year, and I'm a I'm a huge Caleb Williams fan. I love Caleb.
All I can say is I'll show you the pass he made in the playoffs against the Packers,
Oh,
and tell
oh,
me
you
this
mean the
dude is
Rams?
not. No, even the Packers one,
Oh yeah,
the one
that
they,
was nuts
even that
too.
one, the Roma Dunze, like those
Or the
two
DJ
throws,
Moore one in the regular season,
like you see all those passes. He's an elite QB.
bro. The Rams
He's such an
throw,
elite QB. Like I know people are gonna be like they should have got Jaden Daniels or they could have just waited and got Drake May. But I'm like Caleb was NFL ready as soon as he stepped foot on the field. Period. And I
Caleb.
think that first year he was so like just you threw him out there and was just expecting him to be good. But I'm like it's his first year. He's gonna have to figure things out. I think now we can all say he's figured it out
Yeah, and like all the people that are
definitively.
like, oh, but Jaden Daniels went to the NFC title game his rookie year. Jaden Daniels had one of the like like
Craziest years we'll ever see from a
those
rookie
years,
ever.
those rookie years don't happen very often. They're
Rarely.
very rare, obviously.
Yes, and no disrespect to Jaden Daniels. He had an incredible
Yeah,
year. We're not disrespecting him at all. It was
no,
incredible.
Jaden Daniels is an amazing quarterback. He's gonna be one of the best because he's that talented. But I just don't think it's fair to like compare them. Like,
Mhm,
not everyone is gonna start off like Jaden Daniels and go to an NFC title game his first year. That doesn't happen usually.
mhm,
So like just because Caleb had to take a year and then or maybe a little bit more than a year in a few games the next year to fully start putting it together and actually getting a coach that can develop him because Matt Eberflus is an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
mhm.
attack
Wow,
anybody.
talk about it.
We all like football wise, that's what he was with Caleb and the Bears. So like you get him with a Ben Johnson. Now you're seeing what can happen with a quarterback as talented as he is.
I didn't
He
even,
is a
yeah,
generational type quarterback,
yeah.
talent wise.
I didn't even talk about like him. Talk about his first rookie year with the coach because the coach made a big difference. But also, I think when you talk about like generational, I think Caleb's in that conversation. A lot of people thought Trevor was going to be in that conversation.
And
Lamar's in that conversation.
now we're seeing
Um,
Lawrence with Cohen. Like how
and
big of
he's,
a
yeah,
deal that
I agree.
is.
I agree. Yeah. Now, guys, we're not glazing with these. We're glazing Caleb Williams a little bit, but
I don't care. People say it. I love Caleb.
no, we just I would love to have Caleb Williams on my football team. I'd love it, but I think
Omar, make it happen.
there's something to be said about a quarterback that not unfortunately, but I think when you're gonna think about him, you're gonna think about the other two QBs that were picked up right after him
Yeah,
in
right
the
now.
same
Yeah.
conversation, especially because one of them went to an NFC Championship game and the other one went to a Super Bowl. Now they
But,
both
like,
didn't make it
yeah.
far enough to get to get the championship, but they have been there. So now people are like, okay, Caleb, you're up next. So I think
I just
this
don't think it's
year,
fair. Like,
I think he's still gonna produce. I think he's still gonna be Caleb. I'm not gonna put pressure on him to make a Super Bowl. If they do, great. If they don't, like it's like there's just a lot of, and that's just in general. There are so many good teams in the NFL this year that really a lot of teams can make the Super Bowl that none of us are expecting. So
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of guys that are in the league right now that are deemed like generational or like everything you'd want in a quarterback that can take you to where you want to go that haven't reached a Super Bowl yet. So
yeah,
like not everyone's timeline is going to be the same or within their first 2 years they go to a NFC title game or a Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl. Yeah.
Like that's just how it happened and like all 3 of those picks can be like what the top 3 picks could be
hmm
it, arguably the best top 3 picks we've ever seen
And obviously, we
in
could
the
talk about
future.
like Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. All three of them have a lot of accolades. None of them have sniffed a Super Bowl
Yeah.
yet, but we
Top
all consider
3
them
of the
top four
top
QBs in the
4
league.
haven't been to a
Haven't made
Super
a
Bowl
Super Bowl,
yet.
so like it'll just take time. And I think Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
he's gonna be there one day. But yeah, that's all the names that I have. Jake, you did a great job. And
Appreciate it.
now,
I tried my best.
yeah. But just to recap, Caleb, he bought stock on Caleb, Jaden Reed, Sam Laporta, and he sold his stock on the Falcons, which was
Yes.
to be expected. I actually thought you were gonna sell Sam Laporta. Actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but
I like
I
Sam.
think this was good. I like Sam too. I like Sam too.
I think he's one of the best tight ends. I just hope his back isn't
Right
like
now,
I uh,
definitively over Brock,
uh Brock, um
Trey McBride.
McBride, um
Who else would be in that conversation?
I'd have to okay,
George Kittle.
now you're gonna make me do a list really quick.
George Kittle.
Sorry guys. He's gonna make me do it.
An impromptu list. Wait. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. I had a question for you.
What?
It was like it was a question I thought of and work today that had me deep in thought. Do you think
He-
Jared Goff is a QB? The Lions will never win a championship. Do
Yeah.
you think that window has closed?
I don't think he's good enough to win them a Super Bowl. I think he can be good enough to get them there, possibly.
Okay.
I don't think he's good enough to win it though.
Hmm.
All right. That's my quick answer.
Okay, that's fine. I can live with that.
All right, my tight ends, McBride.
Okay.
Who did
He's
I
a top.
just say?
He's a top five. So that's a conversation.
Oh,
So there's
Brock
Trey.
Bowers.
There's Brock Bowers. George Kittle.
Yeah,
Would you put
George. I'll
Kelsey?
do
Would you
George
put
Kittle.
Kelsey up there still or no?
No,
Would you put Mark Andrews up there still?
no, he's not top 5.
Okay, good. We're not glazing. Thank God.
Um,
Colston Loveland.
you know what? I'll put Laporte up there.
Okay.
So that's 4,
There's gonna be like some
and then
tight end that I'm missing, but I don't think I'm missing any. That's the funny part.
let's say. Do. Oh man, who would be 5? Um,
Fire move. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love Pat though.
I
Who
don't know.
else?
I guess
Hold on, let's go do the visions now. Hold on. There's got to be somebody in there we're missing.
I'm trying to think of
Um,
everyone's tight ends really quick.
Kincaid.
I put Loveland over Kincaid. I know it's only been a year, but
Okay.
you know what? I'll say Kincaid just for the heck of it. I
Yeah, I
mean,
feel
not
like that's
Kincaid, Loveland.
Loveland. Okay.
All right, let's get into Bible verse.
Tyler Warren. No, not Tyler Warren.
Oh, Tyler Warren, you could throw in there, yeah.
He would be good. He is very, very good. He's very, very good.
Pitts? Just kidding.
No.
Um,
God,
just kidding.
no.
All right, now it's time for
Put
Bible
Darnell
verse.
Washington in there while you're at it, huh?
All right, Isaiah Likely.
Oh, all right. And
All right.
moving on.
Now today's Bible verse of the episode is Galatians 5:16, which is,
Ah,
but I say, but I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. So I picked this verse because I thought it was a good reminder that like there's always a tug of war between, like, there's always a tug from your flesh saying, oh, go, like, you want this stuff, you want to do basically what the Spirit and God is against, basically, or that is not what is right for you, and just your sinful desires and your desires of, because you're a human being and you're of this, like, you're of this earthly world, um that basically it's going to be opposing to uh the Spirit and not what we're supposed to be um focusing
striving
on.
for.
Yeah, and like basically going towards, and
Hmm.
basically, if you, just a good reminder that we need to be as disciplined as we possibly can, stay focused on our relationship with God. I know it's hard. I know we are sinful by nature, and you're gonna slip up and you're gonna be tempted, but just to, it's not worth the gratification of, or immediate satisfaction that you get from those desires of the flesh than the satisfaction of what God has for you in
Hmm.
your relationship with God, and what comes from being a, like, a loyal disciple of God.
Hmm. Yeah.
So you can go ahead now. That's all I got. That's all I got. Take it away.
Oh man, no, that was good. This verse, I think it's a very important. It's a very important way to remind us that, um, basically reminding ourselves of Romans 3:23, saying that we're all sinful and that we all fall short. So, since our natural human inclination is towards sin, we're always going to want to gratify our desires of the flesh all the time,
Mhm.
because there's things that the devil tempts us to do that we know is against the word, and knows that it's a sin, but um, the temptation to fulfill the desires, or give in to those desires of the flesh, are very much there. But then if we live by the Spirit, um if we follow God's word, if we do the things that we need to do, and live our lives influenced and empowered by the Holy Spirit, then we will see that we will not desire the things of the flesh. And like, the context of the verse, and like the thing that we have to remember is that this verse, like, the two ways of living is living by the flesh, which is characterized by like jealousy, anger, selfishness, and then after that it's the famous, like, the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, all those things that we should strive to want to be characterized as, because the fruits of the Spirit bring life and the works of the flesh bring selfishness and sin. So that's basically what I take from that verse, is that we need to walk with the Holy Spirit, and then when we walk with the Holy Spirit, the desires of the flesh will slowly fade away. So
Yeah, and that if we follow like if we live by the Spirit, like we'll flourish more than if we give in to whatever desire we have of the flesh, whether it would be like, let's say it's like money or something like that. Like that could help you,
yeah.
but it's not, it's a like a desire of the flesh, and it's not right, and it might not be either the way you're supposed to get it, or it might not be even yours. But if you just stay faithful in trusting God and keep doing what you have to do, staying focused on God, he'll give you that plus that.
hmm And like I said,
Like you'll
guys, it's not
flourish way
easy.
more in that realm than giving into whatever desire you have of your flesh.
No, we'll say it is easier said than done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can
Yeah,
always follow
obviously,
the
yeah.
Spirit, and we can always try and strive for those things. But I
We're
also
not
want people to
perfect, but we
understand that
try.
we're not.
We try
But
to
also, we
do our
can't.
best.
I don't want people to see Christianity as like we strive for perfection.
No,
We strive to be
try
the
our
best human we
best.
can be because we know that in the end God covers all our sins. So we try to live every day knowing that God has saved me from death and from hell, and so I'm gonna try to do everything I can to obey Him, and then from there we can see the flourishment of the kingdom of God in us, even when we're striving to be as
Yeah,
perfect as Christ is. So
yeah. We're not trying to be like, oh, we do this every day. Why can't you do it? Like, we're not saying we're perfect, but we're just
nope.
saying we try to do these things. The best, we try to be the best version of ourselves for God that we can be every day.
Yeah,
And that's all we're saying. We're not perfect at all. So don't take it that way. So
of course.
that's all I got.
That's all I got too.
All right.
Actually, I do have one more thing,
Okay.
and it's just a tweet that I saw that made me laugh a little bit. We're not gonna get into it now because I want this episode to end. But if you know about the Rashi Rice stuff going on, you know about the Rashi Rice stuff going on. We don't need to get into it. So
Oh, I did see that.
somebody tweeted GTA 7 in Kansas City, and you just play as Rashi Rice.
Also,
That's so true. It's hilarious.
also those stupid shirts
Oh,
that they made about
free
free
four.
rice, the dumbest shirts ever created. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god. And then someone else talked about how he's serving 30 days, so he has to get surgery for his knee or whatever.
Yeah, and
And
he's even
so
got 2 months.
somebody said the absolute best rehab plan a week after surgery is being in jail for 30 days. That's what they always say.
That'll always help your
Yo,
recovery.
they're flaming him, bro. It's hilarious.
And guess what? He
But
can only blame himself.
I pray for the man. That dude just can't stay out of trouble. He just can't. He can't do it.
It's like, I don't
Ugh.
know. It's like you already know you're in that much trouble,
And like
or
Chief,
you
how do
already had
Chiefs
all that
fans
stuff
defend
going
him?
on.
How do
Why are you
Chiefs
doing
fans
that?
defend him?
You know you can't do it.
The fact that there's some Chiefs fan out there defending his actions, I'm like, all right, yo, what are we doing? It's just the Henry Ruggs stuff times 100. Henry Ruggs is even worse.
Well, yeah.
That man might be free this summer. Fun fact, because I think his hearing is this week. So,
Oh
and
boy.
if it all goes well, he could be a free man in the summer. And he's out here talking like, man, I'm still trying to find a team. I'm
That
like,
would be
dude,
crazy.
nobody's taking Henry Ruggs in 20.
No.
If team takes Henry Ruggs in 2026, there's something wrong. There's
Yeah.
something wrong. There's
You know
no
who'd do
way
it?
Henry Ruggs finds a team. The Raiders.
Yep.
Because they need a receiver anyway. So they would do it. They would do it.
I mean, not saying it's
But
on the same level, but they took
yeah.
AB when he was insane.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
not saying that's even in the same realm, but
Yeah. But anyway, you have anything else, Jake, before we call it a night?
nope. That's all I got.
Okay, he's done, guys. He's ready to go home. He's already
I
home. He's
am
ready to go to
home.
bed. That's why I said you're ready to go to bed. Calm
I
down.
am.
Oof, sorry, I had to burp. Thank you guys for tuning into the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast. Like Jake said at the beginning of the episode, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below if you guys think Ed Reed was more iconic on the Ravens or the Jets. If you don't know, that's cool. And hit that notification bell so you guys know when we drop videos. We love and appreciate every single one of you guys. That's Jake. I'm Jesse Shalalo. And until next time, guys, have a good night.